It's noon already. Time to go. Ah. Well, here I am. Oh my, I'm so excited. Who knows how much gold I'll find? Now, courage. Oh! Is it possible that the magic tree hasn't sprouted the money yet? Maybe it needs a little more water. Now stop that, you disrespectful creature. May I ask what you're laughing at?
I'm laughing at those muttonheads who believe all the nonsense they're told and who are cheated by crafty scoundrels.
Are you speaking of me?
Yes, who else? I'm speaking of you, poor Pinocchio, who is so foolish and gullible as to believe that money can be planted and can grow like rows of corn.
Explain that, would you?
Haven't you understood yet that while you were away, the cat and the wolf came back here and they stole all your pieces of gold that were buried in the hole there and have run away like the wind? It would take a world champion to catch those scoundrels.
No, it's not possible. It's not possible. Two such fine people. Two such dear friends. I can't believe it. It's not possible. Not here. My money isn't here anymore. They cheated me out of all I had.
After having been robbed because he refused to listen to the good advice of the talking cricket, Pinocchio had several other dreadful adventures. And in the end, tired and discouraged, he decided to go back to the Blue Fairy to ask her forgiveness. But an ugly surprise awaited him. The house of the Blue Fairy was no longer there.
But I know it was here. The house was right over here. Is it possible it's not here anymore? Little fairy! Little fairy! Oh! Oh! Here lies the fairy with the blue hair. She died of sorrow after being abandoned by Pinocchio. No! Little fairy! Fairy godmother! Tell me that it isn't true! Tell me that you're not really dead! Oh, please answer me! Fairy godmother, why have you died? Why isn't it me that's dead instead? Because everyone knows that I'm so bad. But you were so wonderful. And my poor old father, where is he now? I've nobody anymore. What will I do alone and abandoned? If you love me, come back to life again, please. Come back and be as you were before. Don't you see that I'm all alone and abandoned by everyone?
Hey there, little boy.
Who's that calling me?
It's me, the little dove. Tell me, have you by chance among your acquaintances a little puppet named Pinocchio?
Pinocchio? You said Pinocchio? But I am Pinocchio.
Then no doubt you also know Geppetto.
Oh, why, of course I do. Geppetto's my father. But tell me, have you any news? Is Geppetto alive? Did he speak about me? Oh, please answer me for pity's sake.
I left him just 3 days ago along the beach. Geppetto was building a little boat to go search for you across the ocean.
Oh, my poor papa. Tell me, how far away from here is that beach?
Oh, over 1,000 miles.
1,000 miles. Oh, if only I could buy a pair of wings like yours.
If you like, I could take you over there.
Oh, but how?
You could ride on my back. Are you very heavy?
Heavy? Me? No, not at all. I'm as light as a feather.
And so the dove, with Pinocchio riding on her back, flew all day and night. And they crossed many countries, where people spoke many different languages. But Pinocchio was too distressed to show interest in them. Finally, as dawn broke, the dove set Pinocchio down on a rock right on the shore. Unfortunately, Geppetto had already set sail in his tiny boat, while a storm rose furiously over the sea. Pinocchio had courageously thrown himself into the stormy sea in an attempt to save his father Geppetto. But unfortunately, he didn't succeed in finding him. After many hours of being tossed about, Pinocchio was thrown up by the waves onto the beach of an island, where there was a city called the City of the Busy Bees. Pinocchio reached the city towards noon. He was very tired, but above all, he was very hungry and very thirsty.
Excuse me, dear lady, could I possibly have a drink of that water?
Why, of course. Have all you like.
Oh, thank you. Oh, that was good. I'm not thirsty anymore, but I'm hungry. Oh, yes, I'm starving.
Well, if you help me carry home one of these jugs of water, I'll give you a big piece of bread. And I'll also give you a nice plate of cauliflower with a cheese sauce. And after that, I'll give you a beautiful dessert made of nuts and raisins.
Oh, well, I guess I will carry the jug of water to your house.
Oh, now then, did you enjoy the meal I gave you?
I'll say. It was as delicious as the meals that were made for me by... Oh.
Why, what are you staring at?
It's your hair. It's your hair. It's dark blue.
Yes, unusual, isn't it?
Yeah. You look like... You remind me of... Oh, yes, the same voice and the same dark blue hair, even the face. You're just like her. Oh, little fairy, my fairy godmother, it's you, I know it. Oh, don't make me cry anymore. If you only knew how much I've cried.
You dear little creature, so you know who I am.
Yes, and it's only because I love you that I recognized you. And now that I've found you, I'll never leave you again. Never, never. I'll always stay with you. Only,
What is it?
well, it's just that if you only knew how tired I am of always being a puppet and not growing anymore. If I only knew how to become a real little boy, just like all the others.
You could become one, only you must deserve it.
Oh, really? And what must I do to become a real boy?
You would have to learn to behave like a good little boy.
Oh, that's easy. I can behave if I want to.
It's not that easy. To begin with, a good little boy is very obedient.
Yes, I am disobedient, it's true.
And then good little boys always tell the truth. Whereas you...
Well, I do tell white lies now and then.
And good boys must be willing to go to school.
Oh, but school gives me a headache. I find it so boring. Oh, all right. From now on, I'll change my ways.
You promise?
Yes, I promised you. But I'm only doing it for you and for my father. He wanted that so badly, the poor old man. Where can he be right now?
Who knows?
Do you think that I'll be able to see him again one day?
Of course. Of course. One day you're sure to see him again.
Do you really mean it? Oh, thank you, little fairy. You're so good to me, almost like a real mother. May I call you Mama?
Why, yes, of course, little puppet.
Mama. Oh, so it wasn't really true that you were dead.
It doesn't seem so.
If you only knew how sad I was when I read, "Here lies..."
I know. It's because of your true feelings that I forgave you and wanted you to find me. And it's because of that, from now on, I'll be your mother.
Oh, how wonderful!
Pinocchio started out to keep his promises. He went to school and became the best pupil in the class. Unfortunately, however, one day he let himself be persuaded by some of his schoolmates to play truant. And during a quarrel, one of them was hurt. Pinocchio tried to help him, while the others ran away. Two policemen who were passing, thinking it was Pinocchio who had hurt the boy, arrested him. Pinocchio succeeded in escaping, but the policeman had him followed by a ferocious bulldog called Alidoro.
I'm drowning! I'm drowning! I'm drowning!
Well, it serves you right, you dreadful beast.
Oh, help me! Oh, Pinocchio! Don't let me drown like this! Save me, please!
Well, if I save you, do you promise me not to run after me anymore?
Yes! Yes! I promise you! Don't let me drown! Please!
Well, all right. There you are, and now you're saved. Goodbye, Alidoro, and give my regards to everyone at home.
Goodbye, Pinocchio. And thank you. You saved my life. And in this world, one good turn deserves another. You'll see, at the very first opportunity, I'll pay you back for what you did.
And so Pinocchio, after having saved Alidoro, returned to the sea and began to swim in the direction of a cave in the hope of finding refuge and a place to dry his clothes.
Now, let's have a look and see what kind of fish I've managed to catch today. These whitings are very good indeed. Oh, wonderful, lovely little sardines. Ooh, why? And what kind of fish can this be?
Please let me go, sir. You see, I'm not a fish.
No?